Now, for all of those, for those of you out there in TV land, this one's going to be a little different. Um, I made a significant error in my last two recordings. Even more so than when I lost the footage with the Capra Demon, depending on how you're looking at it. I did not check to see if the mic was on, which is, fantastic. So, as you can tell from the length of this video's almost 45 minutes long. And it's literally just gameplay footage, which I know is incredibly dumb. So I'm attempting to actually dub this over. I am now watching this as though, it were like a DVD or something. So I'm just gonna do my commentary on it that way, just so there's something filling in the void. Otherwise, this would just be a nonsensical fuck poop. So as you saw before, I dropped the, I'm still in the new Londo ruins. I dropped the transient curse, so I can fight the ghosts. And I had recently maxed out my weapon. So, and they dropped transient curses, which is great. I'm in a much better, position at this point, going into this. What had happened last time, before I had, when I had poured it out using a homeward bone, and I had run to Oswald, the dude who forgives your sins at the top of the Undead Parish, and bought more homeward bones. But with that, what I had done was I went out, poured it out, got a homeward bone, healed myself up. I may have leveled up, I don't even remember. But my weapon is now maxed out. The Uchi Katana is now at plus 15, and that I believe is the cap point for weaponry. So I am now basically using the best possible... I'm in the best possible scenario going up against these guys. And I have plenty of transient curses, so it's not like... And I put it into my inventory. That was actually part of the issue from last time, was I couldn't cycle through my full inventory versus what I needed active. And that got me killed. That got me killed. So now I'm basically just going to be making my way around the new Londo ruins. Check those corners, Ryan. Check those corners. I think, like, yeah, and then this is that group that that almost fucked my shit up last night, or that did fuck my shit up at one point because the curse had worn off and I didn't notice. But with the amped up weapon and the fact that I'm cursed and can fight back, they're not really a threat. Though I did learn, there's another thing that I had completely missed. I know. Scream is terrifying. There's a room in here, I believe it's in the center of this building. I don't like, there's a room in the center of this building that allows you to visit some dude who will voluntarily remove your curse if you're cursed. So, however, there's no bonfire near here. So, because there's no bonfire, it's like, what are you gonna do? Running back here is as much of a pain in the ass as it is to go see Oswald. But I was smart enough, just in case I go someplace that's gonna curse me again, to acquire more of those, purging stones to lift a curse. You know, this is bad enemy design. It's just sitting there above you. Like, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. Sunny D. No, not here. Yeah, go that way. I hadn't gotten this item before because I had tried to get over here before to do it. Green Titanite or red Titanite, I forget which one. One of them is used to make fire weaponry, which I frankly have no interest in because my character is basically a dexterity build. Because of that, the plus 15 standard weapon does more damage. There's no point in getting a fire weapon. Yep, first check above. Yeah, there's a compound crossbow over here. I think that's what it was. Yep, or composite bow. Which, again, I have no idea what that's going to do. I'm primarily a melee character at this point. Only on the off chance I want to draw somebody do I use a ranged weapon. Yes. That's why I had to go back to the other building over here and find that room in the middle that lets... There's an NPC there who was wearing that red robe that I found in Blighttown, who gives you the key that opens that door. So I have to go back to the previous building, find him, and then come back here with that key to open that door, which behind that door is a wheel, or a turnstile that will allow you to purge this whole area of water. So you can visit the bottom floor here. Yeah, it's in here. It's actually in the chimney, which was sneaky on the part of the developers. Stupid, sexy Ryan.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors. You have.
Yeah, got that from killing Ornstein and Smaug. Perhaps you noticed the armor.
The four kings use this key. Oh, the dark wraiths reside, but the abyss is hollow.
Yeah, and that's excuse me. What he's talking about there is our Artorias the Abyss. Artorias the Abyss Walker is one of Lord Gwyn's legendary knights. And you get his Covenant of Artorias for beating Sif, who was that giant wolf with the greatsword in his mouth. Who again is like one of the greatest boss designs I think I've seen ever, or at least in recent memory. So you actually can't, if you were to come here like I did the first time, though I didn't get this far into the ruins because I couldn't find a way to kill the ghosts, because I never bothered to check to see if any of the items would allow me to fight them. When I got here the first time, I wouldn't have been able to progress any further because I hadn't beaten Sif. So there would have been nothing to do. Yeah, and I believe this was also important. There's an item right there. It's referred to, I believe that item is a Curse Bite Ring, which I believe is going to come into effect in a later fight, in a later boss battle with an enemy who inflicts curse. So that was a good find. No, not that way. It's one thing about the environment down here is you get turned around a lot. Yep. And use that to get rid of the water. And this is the large gated door that's connected to the Valley of the Drakes, which is right next to, which you can take an elevator down to from Firelink Shrine. Or rather, you can take an elevator down to this from Ungunded Parish. Drakes are kind of bullshit enemies. They're not too bad at this point in the game, but if you wander in there like I did the first time, unprepared, you'll get devoured. They spit lightning, which is really, really damaging to your armor and weapons. Getting a mite overzealous there. Yeah, yeah. Now that's actually the boss fog door right there, but that's not the way that you can enter the area. Like a dumbass, I actually just walked away from the area that you can do that. Back with the water wheel turnstile, and you're actually the next like 10 or 20 minutes is going to be me running around the ruins trying to figure out like how to get down there. The elevator's right there. That's what that hole is in the middle of that room. The lever would work now and call up the elevator. So me having run all the way back here, not having considered that as an option, was pointless. And there were no items or anything to be found, despite being able to walk on these little side areas. More transient curse, which I don't know if you use that in any other area of the game other than this place, because I don't remember any of the other areas that I visited having ghosts. But that drop would most assuredly kill you, so no shortcuts, have to take the elevator down. Oh, can't go that way. Or that way. It's at this point that I was scratching my head until I had that aha moment. And then, nope, not that way. And then sprint back, because I think at this point I had figured out that I needed to use the elevator. No, not that way. And again, I haven't, right now I'm looking to get back to that other area, and then I thought to myself, well, how do you do that? And then you have to walk on the outside and then go right and then go left. So I'm an idiot. Yep. So a bunch of wasted time for no reason. No, not that way. Do the rolls for you, Salad Snake. Yep, and then it comes to mind that this probably works now because there's no water preventing that. Okay. When you're playing, you don't really pay attention to most of the environment stuff, but I mean, like, look at all the bodies that are all, like, wet and shit. Like, And here Skeletor attacked me. Seriously, look at that guy. That's Skeletor or one of the dudes from the Misfits. Oh, actually, you know what? I hadn't upgraded my weapon at this point. I forgot. There's as I was making my way through here, I actually found the item that lets you do that. It's a very large ember. So my weapon at this point is probably still plus 10. I apologize for that. That was just me jumping the gun. But yeah, this environment is horrifying. From Software did a really good job with the textures, though. I mean, like everything is all wet and slimy and disgusting looking. That glowing hand technique is clearly they clearly ripped that from Zangief from Street Fighter. He's vanishing flat. Okay. Now, at this point, per the walkthrough, I was told that the very large ember was here, so you're gonna see me running around like an idiot looking for it. However, it is in fact not here. It is through that door, because that's not a boss door yet. Based on the fact that I'm not doing anything here, I imagine I was probably reading. Yep, and through the fog. Okay. And then through here, there were a couple of, there was two more of the Skeletor-looking guys. There's one. Who, again, like most enemies in the game, not that hard if you circle strafe them. However, depending on the weapon you're using, I could see how that would be a lot more challenging. And there's the other. I have to believe that you can backstab those guys, but I'm not very good at doing that. But gotta love successive attacks. Now this is another enemy that I was just like, are you... Wait, what? It's like a mass of the sludge found at the bottom of the Hudson River and bodies. So yeah, it might just be what I just said. But it shoots a giant spear out of its mouth. That explosion then was actually an area hazard. Those floating heads are actually explosive. Yep. Never walk around without that guard up. Despite the fact that the game is open world, the placement of a lot of the enemies and traps and stuff is very linear. Yep, upstairs. Yep, Celebrate Warrior. And again, I'm likely stopping to read to find out where exactly the very large ember is. And you would actually go, you see there's a path right there on the left that I just ran by. I believe you go that way. And then I found this elevator, which is actually a shortcut. I believe it brings you back to the opening part of the ruins where some of the ghosts attack you. So, as you can imagine, there was no need for me to do that at this point. Yeah, all I'm doing, I believe, is searching for that item, because I believe that was the last important item that I had to make sure that I found. Because once I did that, then my weapon, which, having maxed it out, I'm not going to change off of it. It's going to be what I finish the game with. Is now maxed. First time I played, I was after I'd found this Zweihander, I was content to use that, and the game was way harder because I hadn't really boosted. I don't think I boosted my strength stat high enough to where I could wield it one-handed. And you need to block in this game. For those who can do it without blocking, my hat's off to you. And I've seen it. I've seen people be able to do it, but I need to be able to block. Yeah, I think when I had first entered this room, I thought that those rated messages on the ground there were actually two other Skeletor Knights. But they were not. Now I'm heading back because I still haven't found what I was looking for. Because I didn't go down that path to the left that I'd pointed out. And then I realized I was back here. Yeah, no. Shot of my badass armor. We're beating Ornstein's second. I would recommend it. Ugh, come on, find the door. Having already done this, and then rather than experiencing it live, is irritating. I'm irritated that I have to do my commentary for this episode this way. Yeah, that's the way you didn't go. I would much rather be doing this live, so the commentary is far more genuine. But I need to pay better attention to see whether or not my mic is turned on. I'm not acquiring like footage for like a music video, so I need to pay better attention. And that's it right there. That was without question the most important item in the area. So now, no matter what happens, if I die, I didn't even care all that much. And then back onto progression. Yes. And there are a lot of other people who use pyromancy far better than I did, but I could see where it would be incredibly useful, but now that I have a better weapon, I like hitting stuff. That'd be cool though to get a spell like that though, for a shield. Nope, nothing. Yeah, by the time this was by the time I had gone in, or after I think like next episode, I think I'm like level 80 now. Which I have seen some people be able to finish the game at level 80, and I've still got a ways to go. Another chunk. That enemy in the painted world of Ariamis, that like Spartan platoon of flesh masses, is actually a really good way to level up. Yep, bait him out. Really the best kind of thing that could have happened in that instance. And I'm positive that attack does decent damage, but I've yet to actually be hit with it. See, I love that spear move. Like the whoever the creature designer was for this game, hats off to that guy and his team, because they're fantastic. Yeah, area hazard. Thank God those guys are not forever, Jesus. Though I have to believe that that's a Doom-inspired enemy. A lot of Titanite chunks coming out of this section, because they pretty much want you to level up. And there's the door. Now, I think I made a tactical error here. Because I believe I didn't initially simply head for the door. I believe what I did was... Although I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Yep. Yep. That was a tactical error that I made. I had 35,000 souls at this point that I refused to give up. So I homeward boned back to the nearest bonfire, which is not close. But I refused to lose that many souls. But blessing in disguise bringing me back to the Undead Parish here, because now my boy here could use that ember to boost my sword to its maximum.
I'm just an old... Well, now, Andre, you must store against the...
Yeah, I have so much stuff at this point that I just gotta dump. No, that's the exact same menu I went into a second ago. And Ornstein's armor cannot be reinforced. And now that the katana's been ascended, now I can take it up to 15. Well, I think I ran through all of my my Titanite chunks.
Well, you need any?
There it is. And one slab. And that weapon is now finished.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither.
See?
Well,
strongest weapon. And then just repair the armor, because I'm one of those people. But I don't have any twinkling titanite. I haven't seen one of those titanite lizards in a while. I gotta find another one and murder him and get that for my stuff. Then I'm gonna use the soul here and get another level. My goal with my levels at this point is to get endurance and dexterity up to, I believe what the soft cap is 40. And then after that, I think I'm going to pump my health bar and vitality. Okay, now, I think at this point I was trying to decide what the fastest way to get back to the ruins and that section so I can go fight that boss is. And I think in my first attempt I had thought that the Valley of the Drakes shortcut would be faster, and it turns out it's not. Actually, the New Londo ruins, going straight through the ruins is actually way faster because you can take that shortcut with the other elevator. So don't go through the Valley of Drakes and try to go past them into that section, because you actually bisect that section if you use the elevator shortcut. So I would not recommend doing what you're about to see. Yep. Yeah, this is the, I believe this run ends poorly. This is, I probably didn't even mention this. There's actually going to be a sequence here. You're going to see me run by a big open space here on the path. I believe it's after this rope bridge. Yeah, it would have been over here. I did this off camera a while ago. And I think it was around the time that I had just started entering Blighttown. Like in the Painted World of Ariamis, there's a large undead dragon who sits here holding on to a bunch of different items. One is the Dragon's Crest shield, I believe, which I think has like high fire resistance or something. So that might come into play later. But I killed it, but I did it off camera. Because, I mean, like, it was so quick, I didn't even think about doing it. And then you've got these jerkasses. So these are the drakes. It used to be a horrendous battle against those guys. But now with the maxed out weapon, 5 hits, thanks to the bleed status, and you're dead. getting past the next 3, though. And they're not, and they're drakes. They're not mini dragons. But lightning still hurts. Yeah, I think I wanted him dead more than I wanted to heal. But then he killed himself, and that was fine. And I've already kind of defeated the purpose of why I had come this way in the first place. My hopes is that I was going to be able to get through here without losing any health. That way I could save it all for the boss of this area that was coming up. But that didn't happen, and I took a good shot just there. And then I realized I was going to have to fight my way back through all these other guys, where it's if I had gone the other way, I wouldn't have to do that. So, as I have many times in this playthrough, I made a mistake. Yeah, those guys actually have a 4-hit combo that could probably, like, I've been hit with all of it except the 4th part, but that could probably kill you if you're not careful. At least at my current stats. Depending on your perspective, you could make the argument that because I didn't lose my souls there and used them on a level instead, that that was a better idea. So, you be the judge. I really do wish, though, that New Londo had a bonfire, because that's a long way to go. I can see not having this warp mechanic earlier in the game, but that's some areas should just have should allow you to do that. Like, you should be able to get that ability like late in the game. So I can see why a lot of people, I think you have that ability pretty early on in Dark Souls 2. So I can see why a lot of people would be upset about that. So let's make another run. Going down. Level 77. Yeah, I think I might have at this point I probably had surpassed the amount of time I'd spent playing the first time that I played. And I'm by the end of it I'm probably like 30 levels stronger. And it would have been cool to, now that you could see all the other parts of the ruins, that would have been awesome if you could actually go down there and explore all of it. But, that area would be monstrous, so no, you can't do that. Fight off the ghosts now. And now they can be one-shotted because my weapon is maxed out. Come on, come on, come on. This is infuriating. Yep, and then go left. I learned later that I don't actually have to come in here and fight these other guys. They don't aggro, so wasting the effort on them isn't actually necessary. Basically, as long as you get that guy on the left here, you can just use the elevator. Yep, and so back here, that's where I was murdered. Yep, so now it's four hits, and even without inflicting bleed. Though I don't know if they're susceptible to it, but four straight hits is now enough to kill these guys. Yeah, pro tip when playing this game. Drop your shield when you back off. Always drop your shield, because you need the stamina. I know it's really it's really tempting to do a long combo to try and kill the enemy, but honestly, like, keeping your stamina by backing off is a way better strategy. Always treat the every encounter should be treated as though like you're going into a fight that you're outmatched for. Yeah, and I think yeah, this next section I'm about to get mugged. Back it up, back it up. Yep, that would have killed me. Still might. Oh, ragdoll physics. Yep. So now it's on to the boss. And yeah, this is that thing that I was talking about before. You have to select the Covenant of Artorias. Otherwise, I believe if you walk down here and you do what you actually have to do at the end, you would simply instantly die. So you have to make sure that you have that equipped. No, keep going. So, you know, this is the part that's nuts. The actual expectation here is jump off. In literally every other instance in the game, that would kill you. And here come the bosses. Which, this fight originally, this screwed with me pretty hard. And which explains why I get beat down so hard in this initial fight. Is the perspective doesn't make sense. Like you saw, it's almost like I ran up to the dude's stomach when I was down at his legs. That doesn't make sense. Like, there's no stairs or something that I climbed. I'm just like, this is like a Kingdom Hearts fight. Which, you can see, did not go very well.